You guys loved my last video on automations to make passive income. Not only did it get shares and likes and a ton of views, which was obviously super exciting for me, but some of you guys DM me and you're already making money from the last video, and I only released that last week. So I said, let's do this because a lot of you guys asked me, let's make another video on 3 more automations to make passive income. And in case you don't know me, my name is Maria Wendt, and I make about $10,000 every single day from the automations that I build. That's $10,000 every day, cash collected. If you don't believe my income claims, I don't mind at all because a lot of people don't. It's a lot of money. So what I did is created a page called mariawent.com/proof where I have full financial disclosures with everything that you can see, just so like you can actually see my numbers and see what I spend my money on and how I make it and all that. So mariawent.com/proof. So let's just get right into it. I've got 3 more automations that I have built in my business that I think you should build in yours. And the first is very cool. It is a story reply, Instagram story reply and highlights. So if you go to my profile on Instagram or any profile on Instagram, you'll see these highlights. And these highlights, most people leave money on the table when it comes to their highlights. They're just not using it properly. And so what I want to show you how to do is because highlights you can see at any point in time, right? You can see highlights all the time. And so let me show you an example. I've got one pulled up of how it works. So this is one that's on my highlights tips. So if we like click tips and just like scroll far back, I want you to like see what this would look like. Okay, so here it is. So that's just like I published it 3 weeks ago, and that's just like on my story forever, on my highlights forever. So then everybody, let's read this closely. Here's the thing I want you to see. I'm talking about one of my passive income streams, which is I get a $1,500, like a little check mailed to me every month. And then people don't realize I have 4 streams of passive income. I usually only talk about my passive income with Instagram, but I made an entire training on all my passive income streams. And so comment training down below if you want to copy. It's very interesting. So then here's what happens. And here's the automation. Once they comment training, once they like in my story reply training at any point in time, it doesn't matter if I posted this like 3 weeks ago. This is an automation that can work all the time. Then you can see here, 10,000 people have gone through that. 10,000 people have replied to that. And then what happens is I want you to ignore this longer one because this is a little bit more complicated and you don't need to do it this way. You can make an automation that's very simple, that's like this. And it's literally just, here you go. Here's the link. If you want to see the longer version, that's fine. Basically what this does is just create 3 different random options. And the reason why I have to do it this way is because I have so many people who DM me, right? 10,000 that I'll get blocked on Instagram if I don't randomize it. The randomizing, it helps it like versus this way, it would be like 10,000 people getting the exact same message and I'd be more likely to get blocked on Instagram just because of the sheer volume. So if you're not sending 10,000 of these automatically, you can just start with this one, which is like very, very simple. And then the trigger for the automation is the story reply. And you can see here, training is one of them. So if you want some help with this, or you just want like copies of all my automations, I do have this course called Automation Sales Unlocked, how I use ManyChat, which is a software to make money. And basically what I do is I show you all my automations like this. And I teach you not only how to build it yourself, but you can literally just, if you want to, you can just clone my own automations. So I highly recommend this. This is in beta mode right now. We're almost done with the second round of beta. And then we're going to be charging the full price, which is going to be $1,000 because it's a really good course. But right now we just are running, we got a lot of feedback from the first round. We're running people through the second one. And so it's only, if you use the coupon beta right here, it's $97 instead of like $1,000. So totally optional. Yeah, you can see here, if you use the beta, it's $97. So we're going to be closing the second round of beta really soon. Again, this has all my automations. You're watching a YouTube video with 3 automations. This one has all of my automations. You can clone mine, which is very helpful because then you don't have to build them all yourself. And then, yeah, I just basically show you how to set it all up. People really, really, really like this one. So totally optional. Right now it's in beta mode, so that might be a fun time to get it, but it's totally optional. And the other thing is I'll put a link down to ManyChat in the description, by the way. ManyChat is a software that I use. So if I go to like all my automations, you can just see here, I have a lot. If I go to my homepage, every 7 days, hold on. Let me just put my phone in do not disturb mode. I don't know how she got past it. every 7 days, I have about 20,000 comments and about 5,000 replies. 8,000. This is all automated. This is all done automatically through the software called ManyChat. I'll link to it in the description down below. I make a ton of money from ManyChat and I highly recommend it. Okay, so the second one is honestly one of the easiest ones. It's my favorite because you just make money constantly with this one. It's like printing money. And it's just running ads, but a specific kind of ads. It's called lookalike ads. So we run ads. The automation is basically to run ads to people who look like our existing customers. So it's called a lookalike audience. And basically, the way it works is you set this automation up where you tell Facebook or Instagram, depending on where you're running ads to, here's what our customers look like. Go find more customers like this and bring them to us. And I think, and I've talked about this before, so if you're like in my world, you probably already know this, but people overly complicate ads and they hire very expensive ad agencies and they lose a ton of money when actually it's very easy to do it yourself. If you go to our ads course page, I just want to show you like our students who are regular people like you or me, like Rose and I, very basic people. We have some level of like kind of know what's going on, but like we're not masters. We're not these like bro marketers that know everything going on. But she started making sales. One of our students, regular lady, started making sales on her first day after installing our ad system. So she says here, we use a $5 a day strategy too, which is the other thing is like a lot of people think, oh, I don't have money to run ads. Well, you don't need a ton of money to run ads. We use a $5 a day strategy. So, look at what's in your life that you could maybe like for like one day because she started. Look at this. This is a really good example. We see this in our from our students all the time, probably once a week. She pays $5. She makes $17, or she pays $49. She made a total of $166 in sales, and she profited $117. And so you don't have to spend a lot of money to make money, and that is what we teach you how to do in our ads course. And I'll show you one more example. So she went from 30 customers a month to over 200 new customers a month in the first 30 days of this course. I highly recommend this course. There's another one. In the past 2 months, I've spent $8,000 in ads and I brought $26,000 in revenue. And then this is another one I like the day one results, like what results people see on the first day, because that's really exciting. So she made 6 sales, making $288, and she profited almost $200. So if I'll link to the ads course in the description, and what I want to show you is kind of what this lookalike campaign looks like. It's basically, this is like some of the data, so you can kind of see what this looks like. And then here's kind of how she sets it up. So you go to your ad dashboard, and then you choose your lookalike source, and then we select the purchased one. And then basically you would just copy her settings exactly as you have it here. But again, if you want like the full tutorial, this is the screenshots that she sent me, but she teaches you exactly how to do this step by step in her ads course. So I kind of helped her make it, but really this course is mostly just Rose showing you everything that she does for me for ads. So highly recommend it. The reason I like this automation as a business owner is once the ads are up and running, we make sales every single day from this. And I don't have to think about it. Like the thing about like some of these automations is like it requires a little bit of organic work. Like, okay, I got to remember to like post an Instagram story. And then from there, I make a ton of sales, which is really nice. But the thing about ads is it's true passive income, and that you literally set it up once and then it works for you. And we basically right now are operating at a 3x return on ad spend. So this means if we spend $1, we'll make $3. So if we spend $100, we'll make $300. And that's a very nice place to be. So that's the second automation. I'm going to get set up for the third one. Okay, so third automation, a lot of people don't know this, but I actually have a massive Facebook group. So if you're like following me on Instagram or YouTube, you might not know that the first platform I grew to over 100,000 was actually my Facebook group. And so I started with, like once upon a time is in 2016, November 1st, 2016, and I had one person in there, and that was my sister Rose, who now works for me. And so over the last almost 10 years, 8 years, I've grown my Facebook group, and now it has 321,000 members in it. And it's just an incredible group that people get support. There's community. Super. This is like this is very weird. I gotta like check and see, because these posts totally unrelated, but like these posts should not have been approved. So I gotta see who's approving posts like that, because those are weird posts. I have a moderator. I gotta crack it down on the moderator because it should be totally different. But that's fine. That's neither here nor there. What I want you to see is this part here. We have an automation that we send out to every single member of the group. And it basically says, you have to answer all these questions or we're not going to. This happens all automatically, by the way. We've set this up all completely automatically. So they have to answer the questions and then they go, this is where it happened. This is what's very cool. They're going to follow me on Instagram. So right away, I'm using one platform to grow the next. And then they're going to DM me the word client. So I wrote a 6-page cheat sheet showing over my exact strategy for getting clients in 2024. Here's how to get it. Follow me on Instagram, DM me the word client. Then I'll send it to you for free. So they check that they did it and they agree to the rules. This goes out to every single person who joins my group. Then here's the newest version of this thing. We just made some changes to it. But basically, they're going to get this picture and then they're going to get this link. And now I'm collecting their email address and they're in my world now. And so now they'll buy from me because they're on my email list. So I'm getting followers for free on Instagram. And, I'll have let's just see, I have over 100 requests. Every single, so we approve member requests every day. Today I have 286 member requests. And so not everyone will follow me on Instagram, right? But let's just say I have, 20 people a day who follow me on Instagram. Let's just say I have a 10% conversion rate on this because some of them are spam and some people we don't approve. So let's just say I only have 20 people per day coming from that. Still, that's 20 new Instagram followers every single day. And you pair that with all the other Instagram stuff that I do to make more money. That's a really good combo. Plus, if they choose to DM me client, now they're getting access to this Get Clients Now worksheet, which again is getting them on my email address. So let me just switch over here, switch everything back so you can see my face here. You guys, here's the thing. All of these automations, not that difficult, and you only have to set them up once. I go over a ton of these in my automations course, the thing that you saw that's in beta mode. I highly recommend you check that out. You can just that ManyChat funnel, for example, or the one I showed you before, or the one I showed you in the other videos. You can just clone them and add your own stuff. And a couple people DM me, like I said, last week, and they actually implemented everything and they're already making money from it. So I think that the way that we used to do business 10 years ago and the way we used to make money from social media 10 years ago versus how we can do it now and the opportunities we have now is it's just a world of difference. So check out all of that stuff down in the description. I'm going to link to the other video in the description as well, just so you can watch that one on the 3 other automations. And I think set a goal. Okay, my goal is in the next 30 days, I'm going to get all 6 of these implemented, or I'm going to pick 3 and implement 3. Maybe don't do all 6, but pick 3 or pick 2 or hell, pick 1. And in the next 30 days, I'm committed to picking, I'm going to go watch the other video. I'm going to look at the 6 different automations to make money. I'm going to pick one and I'm going to get it implemented and done and make me money in the next 30 days. That would change your life. So go do that and I'll see you in the next video.